Hey, this is Dr. Cody Syke with your functional fitness tip of the day. And I want to share with you 3 of what I consider to be worst exercises for functional fitness. Now, keep in mind, all exercises really have a role to play in function. Okay, so we don't just throw it out altogether. And these 3 exercises can be used for some other very specific purposes that are fine for those people. But when it comes to improving functional fitness, these exercises really don't have a great carryover to improving function. The first one is the bench press. Okay, so you're lying on your back with a bar or with dumbbells performing a chest press or a bench press, okay, whether it's with dumbbells or a barbell. How strong does your chest need to be to perform most activities of daily living? Do you need to be able to press 200 or 300 pounds away from you? Okay, do you need to have a big, strong chest to perform most exercises, or even, to perform most activities of daily life? And I would say, and I would challenge you, no, you probably don't need a really, really strong chest to be able to function very well with lots of sports activities, work activities, home activities, whatever it might be. That's just not something that you really need. Plus, when you do a bench press or a chest press with dumbbells, okay, you are supported, your back is supported, so it's not working those anterior chain stabilizing muscles like we want to work that are so important in daily life. So even if your chest is really strong, how often are you going to push on something, really use those chest muscles with your back firmly planted against a tree or a wall? Okay, it just doesn't happen. Okay, maybe you're trapped under a car or something, and now, yeah, that would be worth having the strength of being able to bench 500-600 pounds, but then again, it's probably not going to do you any good if you're trapped under a chair. Okay, so chest press, probably one that we want to avoid. Okay, the next one is sit-ups. Okay, crunches and sit-ups, right? So crunches and sit-ups effectively work these front abdominal muscles called the rectus abdominis. Okay, and so people are always wanting a nice six-pack and they want to look good. But really, when we think about what do those muscles do, the vast majority of the time, they are stabilizing muscles. Okay, so they are working at kind of a lower level in the background, okay, in order for you to be able to perform a specific task. So take the pushing example that I gave. Okay, if you really are pushing something, okay, and you have a really strong chest and you can push a lot with your chest muscles, okay, but those core trunk stabilizing muscles don't have the strength and especially the endurance to hold that isometric contraction, okay, then it's not going to do you any good to be able to push as hard as you can. Okay, so it's really not going to be functional for you to perform sit-ups as opposed to doing things like planks, in which now you are required to stabilize for a longer period of time. Much more functional. In addition, because of all the flexing and the stress that occurs on the spine that they've actually gone in and recorded in the laboratory setting, they found there's a lot of spinal stress when it comes to doing these types of sit-ups. And so if you do have any existing back problems already, that's going to exacerbate them. And if you have some things going on in your back and you think your back's okay for now, but you don't know what's going on in your spine, and you continue to do sit-ups, then it can create a problem in the future. So chest press, sit-ups. The third and final one that I want to share with you for today are behind the neck lat pull downs. So you've seen probably this at the gym. Okay, people are performing a pull down, but they perform it behind their neck. So they have to kind of lean forward, pull it down behind their neck. And the question is, why do we do that? One, it puts the shoulder in a potentially compromising position. And 2, the muscles that we're trying to work with that pull down, okay, don't even work at that angle. They don't work at a straight up and down angle. Okay, so you're getting them into a position in which they're really not designed to work the best, for one, and you're putting your shoulder in a potentially compromising position. So if you have existing shoulder problems, this certainly isn't going to help. And if you've been doing a lot of bench press, then you probably do have shoulder problems anyway. Okay, so that's something that you want to avoid. Now again, if we think about the application of a behind the neck lat down to function, then we see, what do you do in your life that looks like that? I can't think of anything that I would ever do that looks like that beyond doing it as an exercise. So it doesn't really have a good connection with function. So again, doesn't mean you cannot perform these exercises, but I just want you to be aware that they really do not have a good application and connection, a good carryover with physical function. So I'm Dr. Cody Sipe, and that's your functional fitness tip of the day.